If we are using iBooks Author, we absolutely have to talk about the widgets. Widgets are found at the top, and by clicking on them, you can see and probably guess as to which widget does what. The gallery is just that. You can add pictures, media, if you wanted to insert a video into your iBook. Now do note that by adding a lot of video to an iBook does increase the size of the book dramatically. And many times, as many of you know, we have iPads that are full. And so bigger books that have lots of video take up a lot of space. So it's just something to be aware of. There are reviews. It's kind of like a little question-answer thing. You can insert a keynote presentation into it. You can build interactive images, 3D objects. You can insert scrolling sidebars, popovers, and other HTML items. So this is a very important piece to the interactivity found within iBooks. So let's add a gallery. So just by clicking on the gallery, it will insert it on the page. Now I can then move this gallery wherever I want on whatever page it is that I want. So just note that if it puts it somewhere and you don't like it, you can simply drag it and place it where you want. So let's say I want this over on the next page. Let's just drag it over there. Okay. I can also adjust the size by grabbing the corners and making it smaller, or whatever the case is, or larger. So, how do we go about adding images to our gallery? Let's do that. So notice that I can get images to this gallery by simply dragging. Notice it says drag images here. But I can also use my inspector, which, as you know, I like. Now I'm on the widget inspector. And by clicking on that, I can come down here and click on a plus, which then will prompt me to go out to my computer and find images that I want to use. So I will click on a few of these, and I'm going to hold down my command key, and I'm going to click on several images here, and then we'll put all of those images into the gallery. I think this will look nice when we're done. So I pick several. I'm going to click Insert. Now watch what it does. It puts them all in here in my Gallery Media section of this widget inspector. I can then arrange them differently by simply clicking on them and dragging them to where I want them to be, and in whatever order. And then also you can either show the thumbnails down at the bottom of your gallery or not. I tend to sometimes like to see them at the bottom. That way people, when they're actually using it, can click on the various images. But that's just a personal preference. Okay, now let's look at, within the widget inspector here, let's look at not the interaction, which is where we were, but the layout. Now notice the layout gives you some options here. Top, bottom, or just on the bottom. Okay, so let's put it back to where it was. I think it was just on the top. Yes. Okay, and also I can show the titles of the pictures or not, which is up to you. I can put a caption with my gallery or not. But you know what we need to do? We need to preview this. Each step when I work on an iBook, I like to preview it. So let's open up iBooks again by clicking on the preview button, and let's see what it looks like. So here we are back in iBooks. So we are previewing our book. We can see how it looks, and I can click through these pictures or swipe through them as well. I can use the arrow. So there are several options as far as how to get through them. Notice I can also make this full screen, and then you can see all the pictures below, and if I have descriptions, they go with it. But isn't that incredible how nice and easy that is to add this interactivity to your book? definitely worth doing.